Hey everyone, what's up? It's Claire. Welcome back to my channel. Now, as some of you may know, I host a podcast called Sit Still, Look Opinionated. We are just about to air our 4th season, which is really exciting, and I honestly can't believe we have 4 seasons. It's been a lot of work, and I'm really excited about our new season that's coming out. And with our new season on the precipice, we have been writing a ton of sketches. That's a big part of this show, is sketch comedy and political satire. And so I thought it would be fun today if I showed you all how we as the team of writers like to come up with ideas as a group when we are sort of picking for ideas and not really sure where to go next. Now, there are lots of different ways to come up with ideas for writing sketch comedy, but this one that I'm about to show you, I don't really know if it has a real name. I usually call it Foursquare. I learned it when I was doing a sketch show that was performing at the Second City with Huggable Riot in one of their black box theaters. And this method is usually used with improv to sketch, but I find it can be a really fun way to bridge a gap between some ideas and maybe take two things and make a new meaning out of them, which at its heart is what comedy is. So the first thing you will need for the Foursquare method is a piece of paper, a whiteboard, and a pen, something you can write on and something you can write with. So here I've got my good trusty whiteboard. I honestly just started using a whiteboard because one of my friends suggested it to me, and it's been such a great organizational tool because I can just jot things down, and then I feel like I'm not wasting paper because then I'm not throwing away post-it notes or whatever, but that's a little bit of a tangent. Anyways, grab your whiteboard and let's get started. So you take your whiteboard or your piece of paper or whatever you may have and just make a good old little square. You got 4 boxes here. And these 4 boxes are gonna represent 4 different categories. And these categories are where you're gonna pull your ideas from. So I like to do current events, emotions. This one we can do film styles or genres. And over here we can do, what's a fun one? I usually like to make this one a wild card. Let's do fashion styles. And then if you were in an improv group or at a writer's room, you could kind of pull from all of these. You could pull from the room and say, what's a current event? So one current event that's on my mind is the Biden infrastructure plan. I do have atrocious handwriting, by the way. I in late middle school, early high school, I just kind of realized handwriting was not going to be my thing. So just, you can read it. You can read it, I guess, right? Yeah. My partner, it's so funny, my partner has way better handwriting than I do. But all good there. Okay, so Biden plan. We can do the Delta variant. We can do Bitcoin just became a legal tender in El Salvador, so we could just say Bitcoin. And then what's one more? We could do mask mandates. That's kind of similar to Delta, but a little different. All right, so you could put as many or as little as you want in there, but I think 4 is usually a good place to start. Emotions, what's some of your favorite emotions? Angry, that's not a favorite emotion of mine, but angry, joyful. Usually I like to pick big emotions, really specific ones too. Okay, what's another one? Angry, joyful, grossed out. And then let's do one more. Let's do an interesting one, amused. I think that's how you spell it. Looks good enough to me. Styles, okay, this is like movie genres over here. Let's say, let's do Western. Let's do rom-com. Let's do drama. And maybe like a biopic. And then fashion styles, we could do like runway, boho, we could do preppy, and we could do athleisure. Don't know if that's how you spell athleisure, but oh well. So now we get to the fun part. You get to kind of crisscross, pull, and plug. So now we get to the fun part. We get to sort of mix and mingle and match. So if you're in a group of writers, or if you're in an improv group and you're doing improv to sketch and someone's the director, they would say, show me a scene that has and it's an angry runway. Show me an angry runway. That's a tongue twister for you. Angry runway. Angry runway. Angry runway. All you actors, try that. That might be a fun warm up. But anyway, so the director would say, show me an angry runway scene, or show me a scene that is about mask mandates and is in the style of a Western. And that's a really fun way to take two things and make them into one and make new meaning out of them. There's a great quote by John Cleese that I'm butchering it, but it is, comedy is when you take two things that are unrelated and make new meaning out of them. So this method is a great way to use that and to really find the comedy in what you're doing. So what are some other fun things we could do out of this? We could do a rom-com that is about the Delta variant. Maybe there's something funny in there. Maybe you personify the Delta variant and you talk about who she might have a crush on, or who the Delta variant might have a crush on. Or you could do something that's like athleisure and Bitcoin. Like maybe Bitcoin is, you know, all of the other kinds of Bitcoins are, you know, talking, you got your Dogecoin, you got your Ethereum, you know, all of those ones, maybe they're all in a SoulCycle class or something. So that's sort of a fun way to just shoot off a couple of really fun ideas. And this is a way that I like to remind myself that I'm not like tapped out of ideas and they're not just, you know, all dried up. Like, this is a fun way to just do something really quickly and see what you can come up with. So I want you all to see this. Hopefully you can see it nicely. But I think what would be fun is if any of you all are writers or improvisers or comedians, if you all want to take something from this board and make it into a sketch. Or if you have any ideas from this board and you're like, oh, this would be a great idea for a sketch, comment it down below. I would love to see your pitches and hear about them. And then I would love to challenge you to go write that sketch. Even if it's like total crap, just go ahead and write it, or improvise it with your friends, and then see what happens. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this channel. I talk a lot on this channel about things I've learned along the way in my career, and I would love to share them all with you, as well as other parts of my life and creative endeavors that I am pursuing. Additionally, if you know anyone who is a writer who's feeling a little stuck, feel free to send this video to them, and then maybe you two can collaborate on a sketch. That would be so fun. I always believe two heads are better than one. I mean, my writing team for Sit Still Look Opinionated, they come up with some of the best sketches, and I love the banter that we all have. Lastly, please do check out Sit Still Look Opinionated. Our new season is dropping very soon, and you can find us in the description down below. And last but not least, please comment down below your sketch ideas, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. do I hold this? How do school teachers do this?